very much. We'll be having a follow-up event during Enterprise Week in May, the 7:45 Breakfast Club meeting, but we'll also be inviting members from other clubs who can come along for that. Obviously, the next club meeting is 7:46 in June, however, it falls nicely on the May meeting, so we'll do that. Talking of creative tensions and things, I look forward to seeing the league tables. Isle of Man and Guernsey participating. They'll be vying for the most inward depressing place in the world. So we'll look forward to seeing who comes out on top of that particular one. Right, moving on, we've got Claire to come to talk to us about Thrive with the Hive.
Oh, actually, you said Thrive with the Hive, where you said you want to talk about the book. I just want to hear about how you made the book, didn't you? So that's what that says. Some of you may have heard, I've published a book. It's been quite incredible, and it's been a big journey. And actually, when we talked with Dan, and Dan said, you know, it'd be really good, yeah, really well done for the book, but can you actually come and talk to us about how you made the book? So that's what I want to do today. So Thrive with the Hive came up as something that I've been wanting. It's 3 years in the making, so it's been a long time, and I've got 5 minutes, so that's a 45 minutes presentation, so I'm going to talk really, really fast, and I'm going to jump some of the slides. But one big important thing to say about that slide is I am French. So writing a book in your language, you know, it's already quite challenging, but in another language it's been fun. It's been fun. And it's probably, I write the way I speak, so for those who started reading it, those who haven't read it, you will see what I mean. I've had somebody who's helped me, and the reason why I wanted to write that book was because I had so much in my head, I've learned so much, I've seen so many people doing things. I just wanted to put them in the right boxes for me to be able to use them, but then for other people to be able to use those tools as well. And I think when you do something, you've got kind of 3 stages. So I love my bee analogies, as you know. And you've got the before, the during, and the after in a bee. And it's pretty much the same thing. So what I'm going to show you today is the before the book, the during the book, and then the after the book. So there was 3 stages and 3 instrumental people who really kind of helped me getting it started. So Davina McHale, she's my business coach, and we were talking about a big vision, maybe not a 20 years vision. I was more looking 3 to 5 years vision, and the big visions was to really share my passion with others about customer service and giving them some tools. And she said, what are you doing about it? Stop talking to me about it, get on and do it. And that same week I met with Richard Wolf. I'm sure most of you know Richard, who's doing Codex. And I said, oh yes, I've got an idea about a book. And he said, well, there's one I've done. If I can do it, so can you? And I thought, as easy as that? I said, yes, of course, as easy as that. Meet with Simon, and then Simon will talk you through how he's done his book. So Simon is the architect. He does loads of things on IT. He's written a book, and now he travels the world talking about how to be an IT architect, and it's just amazing. So we sat down and we had a chat, and he said to me, there's one thing that you need to do, is you need to actually go on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn, it's an online platform which you subscribe, and then you start your book. So thinking about the book and thinking about what it was going to be called, thinking about the cover when you actually see the book with hundreds of other books, you know, on Amazon and that kind of thing. I had to think about how it was going to be and work. And through my little bees analogy, I created a little woggle dance. So you know the woggle dance when the bees come back and then they come and tell their other bees in the beehive, and they do like they do like a woggle dance to tell them how far it is. Oh, sorry, that's going too fast. How far it is. So my 10th step for delivering good, excellent, exceptional, buzzworthy customer service is here. It's assessing, developing, training, measuring, acting, receiving feedback, consistency, value, loyalty, service culture, and then we start again. And I just thought that was just perfect, because customer service is a virtual circle. We have to deliver customer service consistently, exceptionally. So LeanPub was the first thing you do, and LeanPub is free. So if any of you are aspiring writers, you can start today. You go back in your office, you go on leanpub.com, register yourself there, download a manuscript onto your Dropbox, and then you can start writing. Magic. There is a little trick to it. Because it is magic and they do everything for you. LeanPub does all the formatting. You do have to actually use something called Markdown, which help with the formatting. So if you want to have, for example, a bold text, you will put 2 little stars at the front, 2 little stars at the back. That means that that text will be bold. If you want to have a paragraph, you'll put a hashtag at the front. So this is a little trick to kind of learn, but LeanPub is just amazing. You've got YouTube videos, you've got templates, you've got magazine, manuscript, all sorts of things to really help you, and their customer service is amazing. You need that some help, they're here to help. So it's really easy to actually for you just to become a publisher yourself, an author. But in our head, you all know, we've all done it, that mind mapping and that putting things together. So I had some training, I had some blogs, I've seen some YouTube videos, I've seen some inspiring speakers, and all those people, all those things, it had to be put in a place which made sense for me, but then for the ones who were going to read the book. So the mind mapping in the first beginning of it was really important to actually create the chapters and understanding where I was going to be. So if you're going to be doing a book, really do think about that, and do think about how you're going to prepare it in advance, so you've got a plan on how you're going to do the chapters. Next thing we were to next thing we've talked about the front cover, and I've had yes, it was about thinking about the title and how to entice people to think about the book and wanted to actually buy the book. So it was a little bit of a learning curve to go through the different stages and making it sure that it was good. Then I sent the book to a few people. So this is Chip Hicken. He's an American customer service guru. Chris Brindley, some of you may know him, is a former Metrobank. Oh, and it's going too fast. And Davina McKell. They've all read the book, and they've all sent me a little note saying, Claire, that book is just customer service fantastic. And I'm like, yes! So, little pat in the back. So that was one thing I did quite late, because you kind of had to have the book almost done to try to get some people to actually read it and think whether it's good or not. So I did. I had these 3 endorsements, which is amazing. Once the book was published on LeanPub. So LeanPub, it's an ebook, so you can download it on your tablet, you can download it on your as a PDF. So this is really good, but I wanted a hard copy. So I met with Richard. Richard said, try lulu.com. So I went on lulu.com. Oh, it's going too fast. Well, lulu.com. Oh no. Lulu.com, it says to you, so the book was done, and obviously the big part of it, remember I'm French, I've had to have the book edited, so there was quite a bit of editing and a lot of trying to make it still being me, but in making sure that there was not too many spelling mistakes. So the editing is done. I'm on in front of Lulu.com, 9th of January 2016. I've got to finish the book. I had the launch for the 8th of February booked, the hotel, the invitations were sent. I had to get that book uploaded and printed. So I go up in Lulu.com, upload the file, perfect. Upload the cover, perfect. Next thing, upload your back cover. Oh, back cover. I didn't think about that, actually. So 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm trying to create a back cover. So eventually, I do it, upload, and he says, do you want us to do an ISBN for you? Yes, I love that. So they create the ISBNs for you, which means that automatically Lulu.com will create, this is what you need to be able to actually sell the book if you're going to sell it in bookshops or anywhere, so the barcode is the really important part of it. Not only that, but it registers your book into the book, UK National Book, whatever it's called, which means you're legally a book, you're legally an author. So upload the book, press the publish button. Do you want to buy the book? Okay, I'm going to buy the book. So I press the book button, 120 books, press. 5:30 a.m. on Sunday morning, the 10th of January, I pressed the button and I just felt it in there. I was like, oh, I've done it. Excitement, scary, it was all those feelings at the same time. I go to bed, Monday, Tuesday afternoon, I get a call from customs saying, oh, can you go and pay GST? So what do you mean? I haven't bought anything. I don't have anything to pay. Oh yes, we've got 6 boxes of books for you. I said, you're joking. You're joking. I pressed the button 5:30 in the morning on that Sunday morning, and the book's already here in Jersey on Tuesday afternoon. This is just incredible. So off I go, obviously. I did the booking. The gentleman comes on a Wednesday morning, deliver the boxes, and I was like a little girl at Christmas. It was just incredible. I was waiting at the door like Christmas all coming together. He delivers the books and then he looks at me. Obviously I must have looked quite excited. So, so anyway, off we go. I opened the book. What was it? It was here. Open. Really lovely packed actually. Bubble wraps everywhere. Open it, and it's like you pick it up, and it's like, you know, for those who've had children, you know, you've been waiting for 9 months for that to arrive, and suddenly they put it on your tummy, and you're like, oh my god, I've done that. It's like the same thing. I get out the box, and oh my god, that's my book. And it's like, oh, it's incredible. It's so big as well because you've seen it online, and it's there online, but it's not here. And there were so many pages. I'm like, oh my god, that's just so many pages. So it was quite incredible. Whilst all that was happening, the book arrived, and I'm thinking, well, this is it. I've done it. I'm an author. Not quite. Okay. So Lulu.com not only obviously prints the books for you. It asks you which page, how many pages, which color, which size, which length. Is it green? Is it white? Is it 260 grams? So you can actually bespoke your book to your exact requirements. But it also sends it to all the other platforms. So by just pressing a button called promote, then it goes on Amazon, then it goes on Scribe, then it goes on Goodreads, then it goes on Amazon.India, .fr, and all those. It's just incredible. Suddenly your book is on hundreds of platforms. So it was a great journey. So the online platforms are out there, and then I just went around a bit in Jersey and I just said, do you want to do my book? So it's incredible. But WH Smith has got the book, and seeing it on the shelves, that was just incredible. Then Cocorico, Sebastian's got a few books if anybody was there. And then we got, then the Chamber of Commerce has taken some. The Windmill Inn Tea Room in St. Peter, and if anybody wants to go down to St. Mary's, you know, going down new tea rooms there. Waterstone, I was taking it. Some of you may have seen some of my pictures in the window. And the other one, which is amazing, is the library. So being a local author, being a local author is good. They want to have your book, but being a local author and the book being printed in Jersey, which I'm not sure that may happen very often, they have, by law, they have to have a book on their shelves. It's a Jersey law. So my book is here. It's amazing. And I did that little talk last week at the library, so it was quite incredible. Launch party, a bit of a thing to say thank you to all my friends and family here. We did something at the ground, and I just felt like a star. It was like sitting down, writing and signing, and it was amazing. So a bit of a pat on the back and a bit of a drink, you know, a bit of champagne from me, being French. But all that comes also with a lot of marketing, and I guess, you know, when you you have a normal publisher, they do a lot of your marketing, but they still say you have to market your own book. But as a self-publisher, you've got to do it all. So I've got little bookmarks for those who sat on them. You may have sat on them, or you may have just picked them up already. You can actually download the book by just clicking the QR code, or you can actually buy the book somewhere else, or I've got some today, depending what you may want. But the marketing is really important. Social media platform. I've got lots of quotes and people that I really love and inspire me in there, so I use that all the time. I've created some memes, and I've taken a few selfies. So I was saying to my daughter, books have arrived, and I said, I'm going to be promoting my book, I'm going to take a selfie with everybody who buys my book. And she said, no, Mum, don't do it, it's just so not cool. I thought that was quite cool, it's a cool idea. So I started doing that. So they've got lots of pictures with people, and it's a great fun, great to have that big smile on everybody's face. Lots of memes as well, so I've created those little ones where I can actually put the message of my 10 wobble dance. What's next? Well, this is it. I don't want to be an inspirational speaker. I don't want to be a motivational speaker. I am going to be a buzzational speaker. Oh yes, I'm going to be on the stages, 2,000 people sharing the buzz, helping people to deliver really good customer service and give them that thrive. Why not? Elliot is a great for audio, so I will be doing an audio version for you, Elliot, with a French accent, obviously. Translation, I've sent a copy to my dad. I gave him 2 years to translate it in French. And then why not? Workshop, webinars, all those things are the kind of things that with a book you can then go and carry on. And you know what, guys? If I can do it, so can you. So it's your time. Go and go and write your book. Beth was saying we've had a few of the books back from the economics. We've got 3. If anybody wanted to borrow them, they're here.
The book is
from Michael Sherman, who came about, what was it, about 6 months, 8 months ago? Yeah. So there's 3 here. If anybody wants to borrow them, they're here.
Thanks, Dan. Excellent stuff. So, suitably inspired, look out for My Life in IT Presentation Disasters by me. It's going to be outstanding. The best thing about this is I've been